Hi, everybody. I'm back. Welcome to Hook and Stitch Island Style. I'm Antoinette, your hostess, coming to you from Deer Island, New Brunswick, located in the Bay of Fundy, just across the U.S. border. I want to welcome all returning Fiber Family members, new Fiber Family members. If it's your first time here, like what you see, like yarn, like the ocean, then stick around, click subscribe, the bell, and all, and hopefully you will get notified when I upload a video, have a live, or do a post on the community tab. And yes, Obi is doing his thing. So I'm going to stop the video here for a second and give him a spanking. Okay, I gave him a spanking. Stopped him from doing his thing there. I have that mainly if I'm going to be in the craft room and I'm going to be moving around and I've got to quit using my hands because Obi responds to hand gestures. So I'm Italian. What can I say? I talk with my hands. So I'm going to fold my hands, put them on my lap. As the title says, this is a video about WIPs, finished objects, upcoming. What have I been working on? What am I going to work on? You know me, I am not a monogamous crafter. I have projects going all the time. Eventually, I get them all done, and I do work on them. Kind of change a little bit when I'm at work on the ferry because projects I take have to be on a smaller scale. My big projects like blankets and the shawl, sweaters, stuff like that, it's difficult to take it on the ferry or something that's complicated because I'm in and out every 18 minutes up and down the steps. Remember we talked about it? I do 52 trips up and down the steps a day minimum on the ferry, plus all my walking on the deck and all that good stuff. So, what have I been working on? What have I finished? What am I going to do? Let's get started. What I'm going to do as we do this is I'm going to put progress creepers on my projects so we can see how far I get between now and the next whips and foes video. So this one here, okay, I started a baby blanket, my own design. I just picked a stitch out of my knitting book and that, and I started doing it in toy box yarn. I didn't care for it, so I frogged it. Yes, I frogged it. And I had it on the boat with me. And I decided I had a brain fart that morning, so I didn't grab multiple like socks and something like that. All I had was that project that I frogged, and I had one set of knitting needles with me, and I had the toy box yarn. So I went for the hunt for some patterns, something simple, something that wouldn't be too mind draining while I was working. And this is what I come up with. And I like it. And I've also found a matching fingerless mitts to go with it. That I figure these are something I can make on the ferry. And I like it. It is a cabled headband. It is knit flat. And then it's seamed back here. Let's see if you can see my seam. There's my seam. I try to do my seams so they're hard to see where they're at, but that's what, and I tried to do it. I ended up adding a few extra rows on this pattern, and I'll have to, if I remember, to put the pattern where I got it. I think this, I'm not sure if this was a free or paid for pattern. I have it here. I'll show it to you, but that's what it looks like. I can't see it because I have my glasses on, but that's what it looks like. And because it's made with the toy box yarn, it's thick. I like the colors. They're soft pastels. Now I can see. Now it's not blurry. But in this same pattern, you get two patterns for the price of one. I think it was a paid for pattern. It's by Bromfield. Now you got the part, and this is in black and white ink because the printer at work is just black and white or black ink. It's the Friendship Headband knitting pattern. Okay, and it's by Bromfield Knitwear, and this is designed by Jennifer Thompson. Okay, very easy. There's links in the pattern how to do the bind off and sewing the seam, and it actually has a full tutorial for the headband itself. And what's really neat is she gives you a checklist as you're doing the pattern. You can check off. Can't show you too much. I think this is a paper pattern. But in the same pattern, there is a baby headband. So, because you know I'm making the gift bag for the guy I play cards with, and you'll see I started a baby headband. Oh my gosh, it is so cute. This is the baby's headband. I'm halfway done with it. Yes, it's cable very easily. It's a 6-stitch cable. It's a C6F, just front cable, where you slip 3, hold it to the front, knit the next 3 stitches, then knit the 3 off the cable needle. And again, I'm doing it in Premier's Toy Box. Very soft yarn, bulky 5, nice to work with, pretty colors, all acrylic. Throw in the wash machine. Recommended is US 11 8mm needles. I only had with me 10.75, I think. Yes, 10.75. But it's working out. And these are those ones that I bought. All the difference. I gave some away in prizes. This set here I got off of Amazon. So that's one of the projects I finished. So I do have a finish. Okay. I'll put this here, and then I'll try to find a link to the pattern. Let's see. Okay, pre-editing, pre-uploading. I forgot. I was sitting here. I had this ready to show you. This was the baby dress that I was working on. It's completely finished, blocked. I wanted to show you it after it had been blocked. And that is baby dress. You can see the hearts along the bottom. I will put this pattern in it's a free pattern from Yarn Inspirations. No, Premier. And it was designed for the Premier Bloom yarn that this was made out of. So it's completely done, blocked, ready to go in the bag. So it's finished. So I'll have to insert this in the middle of the video somewhere. But that was the Sweetheart Dress by Premier. So I'll put a link to the pattern in the description box below. I apologize for having to come back and add to my already rambling on long video. Again, what's in here? I didn't get any more done on this. This is, you see the directions. This is pretty thick. This is, it's a set that I'm getting into doing sets. Don't ask me, I don't know. Anyways, I wanted to use some of my bougie yarn. You know, I started this. This is as one fairy to another. Again, it's knitting. I am doing the cowl right now. And let me show you here. That is the cowl. And I'm doing it in some of my Knit Crate yarn. This is Aldine Wools by Knit Crate, Dreamy Suck. This is sock yarn. And it's 60% super wash, blue-faced Leicester wool, which you'll hear somebody say a BFL base. 20% alpaca and 20% nylon, and it is just as soft. And yes, this is going to be for me. Hand wash, made in Peru. Suggests knitting needles 2.25 to 3.25, and the colorway is the colorway. Oh, nice and breezy, ocean themed. And this is a machine wash. You can, because it's super wash, you can machine wash, but I do not. Even my 100% acrylic, I do not machine wash my makeables that I make. When I give, I just sold one of my shawls. If you remember the side to side granny shawl, one of the guys I work with bought it for his mother-in-law, and it was made out of the sheepish Burnett Sheepish by Vicky Howe, and it was a 70-30, 70 acrylic, 30% wool. And I told him, I says, you can wash it in the wash machine on cool, delicate cycle, and then lay flat to dry. Do not dry it. But I said, I suggest hand washing. So that's yarn doing. I didn't get any more done on this. I'll probably be taking this to work this week. I try to take one knit, one crochet with me. That's all I have done on it. But we're going to put a progress keeper, and this was made by Lisa at Lady Bird Loves, one of her stitch markers. I will put her description or her links in the bottom below to her channel and to her Etsy shop. Makes beautiful stitch markers, progress keepers. This is too heavy for a stitch marker, but I do use it for progress keeper. I get it through the stitches here without tearing my stitches. I prefer the lever backs, not lobster clubs, because they're too small. So we have progress keeper. So we'll see how far I get. Okay. So that's one project. Two projects I haven't been working on at all because it takes a lot of headspace is my Arnie and Carlos Advent balls. That's going to be an ongoing year-long to next year project because it's new to me. Color work, 2 colors. Knitting Purple, as we call her, has been doing them, and she's doing a lovely, beautiful job on them. Yep, there goes Obi again. I'm going to have to smack him. He's just being so bad today. It's my own fault, actually, because I do talk with my hands. I just do this so my mic's not in the picture. I try to keep my mic out of the picture as much as possible. For aesthetics, you know how that goes. Fix it over here. Okay. So that's a project with Project Keeper. So we'll see how I come along on that. Then, I did get some work done. The 2 days I had off, I worked a little bit on my solar flare shawl. This project is way too big to take to work anymore, and with all the beading, I don't want to take because they were finding my beads, stitch markers all over the floor. This is by Lindsay Luchuk of Nico Chic Designs. I've got to put the stuff down, or I'll forget to put it. Lindsay, and then put the patterns that I'm doing now. I put links to the patterns and links to a channel if I mention a channel. Okay. Yes, this has been, I enjoy doing it. The colors make me happy, and the beading makes me happy, and I just love Lindsay's patterns. Looking forward to this fall trying brioche. I'm just trying to make sure I don't drop my stitches. Yes, and I don't have my stoppers on these needles. Let me grab a set here. Stoppers. I have a set. No, I don't. I have so many projects going with needle stoppers. And these are a small needle. I don't know if I have point protectors in here or not. This bag has got so many pockets on it, and I've got beads. I've got hooks. Yeah, so I have to put a cover on this hook because my dog ate it. I gotta put a cover on that hook so it doesn't ruin the hook. And I got just a couple more pockets. Check. Sorry about that. I just want to put point protectors on so I don't lose my stitches because I have lost stitches. And believe me, it is not fun in this pattern picking up stitches. No, I don't. So I'll just make sure I keep my needle. Okay. And there I go. Dropped stitches. Look at the stitches I dropped. Okay, just let me feed this back through and get these stitches on my needles. I'm gonna have to check it too because there is a yarn over here. Oh no, I dropped the stitch down. I'm gonna have to fix that later, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm just pulling these out so I can put a stitch marker in. So this is there goes beads on the floor. This is solar flare. Okay. This has started. I think the colors, and I cheated. I got Hobie Sultan Cakes, and I think the colors say solar flare, sun on fire. This is on the pattern. This is. Let me find a picture here so I can show you how this has worked. Is you start with a pinhole cast on in the round, and that was the most difficult thing. It took me almost a month to figure it out, but I did eventually. Found a few tutorials, worked at it, and frogged it. Was getting frustrated, but was bound and determined to do this. So if you look how this is done, okay, over here, you start in the center, and this is round. And I'm almost done with that section. There are 131 rounds, okay? And I am on round 120. So that's 11 rounds to go. And at the present count, there's almost 700 stitches on the needles. Now, once I finish that 120 first round, okay, I will begin to work the 9 sections of these right here on the edge. You see these flames that go around. Those are worked flat, back and forth, okay? There's 9 sections. And as I've showed before, they are going to be done in this cotton. I think it matched very well the colors. So my flames are all in the different colors. So I will keep you posted on this, and I'll have to figure this out where I dropped the stitch and pick it back up, which is never fun. What did I do? Oh, I know what I did. I picked up stitches on the wrong needle. These stitches belong back on my right needle because that's where my working yarn's at, and that's my working yarn. So I'm just going to transfer these stitches back. Put this aside. There we go. Okay, because there's a yarn over here. So, hold on one moment. Okay, I went and found. These were given to me by little sis. I gave a bunch of these away in the birthday bash. With stitch markers. So we're going to put these on the needles so we don't lose any more stitches. Because these needles, these are worked on, as you can see, these are small needles. I mean, they are a 3.25. They're small needles. So we'll put the little monsters on here. Put them upside down. We'll put them up, let them stand on their heads. We'll get a stitch marker and put it in. Okay. I'm going to use, this was gifted to me by somebody, I don't remember who, just in honor of Lisa, Ladybird Loves. This little ladybird, and it's red, so it goes with the lever back I like. So we're going to put okay, so you can see the stitch marker. So next time I come back, we'll see how much I got done on it. Like I said, I try to work on a lot of my projects. I'll take one night and I'll work on a couple projects, do a couple rounds, couple rows. I find doing it that way, I manage to get everything done. If you remember hashtag work the whips, that is an ongoing mantra for me until I am at the day where I'm only starting new cast-ons. I don't have lingering whips. I don't see that happening in the this foreseeable near future. So just zip this up. So this will have to go back on its hanger. Okay, so that's another one. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Okay, this is a project I take, whether I'm taking a trip on the ferry to the mainland or at work. It's a small project. It's easy. It's a sock. And it's the second sock I'm missing to Puppy Dog. These are on 9-inch circulars. I have the Puppy Dog in here somewhere. There he is. 9-inch circulars are famous for falling off because you got so many stitches on it. But this is just a plain vanilla sock. It's the second sock. My little guy keeps falling off. He keeps falling off. There we go. I'm gonna push through his head. As you can see, so we'll put a stitch marker in. See how far I get. Okay. I gotta do something light on socks. It can't be real heavy on socks. This, I think, was made by, this is a present from, I don't know who it is now because it goes to that Ladybird stitcher. Sarah at Crafty Moo, and I'll again put her link in the description box. Any channels I mention, any Etsy shops I mention, please go check them out. Give watch a video, leave an emoji, give a thumbs up. The Etsy shop, go just check a few of their items out, star them. It helps them in the algorithm for the platforms. This is a little cow. Okay, so we'll put that on the sock, and we'll see where I get. You guys are seeing me put these progress keepers on. I need to start making myself disciplined to do that. So there. So you see where I get. This will probably go to work too this week when I go on my 5 days. Because what I do is I'll take 2 or 3 or 4 projects and I leave them there. So I don't have to keep carrying them up down the ladder for 5 days. You say, is that all? No, there's more. I am a member on Dawn Yarn Doll's channel. I was the first membership I was ever gifted. I was gifted a membership. I'm at the 99-cent level. I like to support her. I can afford the 99 cents. A lot of the I actually am a member of more than a few channels, but they're the 99-cent platform. I can afford to do that. I just can't afford to do a lot of the big high $5, $10, $15, $20. I can't do that. There is a certain channel that I've been a member of a long time, going on 3 years. Actually, it's 3 years next month. And that channel I stay because I love the channel, love the person. So, and this person really works for her members. So, anyways, on Mondays they do Hobie Bingo. Well, Hobie was off for a few weeks of doing bingo, so Dawn had her own bingo, and she had us on teams. Well, my team that I was on, we won one of the games, so we got a pattern prize, and from Bag a Day Crochet Crystal, and I chose one that had been on my queue for a long time, and it was the Carolina Poncho. Now that one wasn't on the pattern bundle that I had bought. So she sent me the pattern. And of course, because it had been in my queue for so long, I just started making it. Now I'm making it out of dog hair. It's hard to see. Let me show you if we can move this a little bit. If you look, I'm going to just move my mic for a minute. Back there is where I have like a lot of my cakes that I didn't sell. And I've had this in my stash. This is Hobie. And I got this 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Hobie's Cookie. Okay. And really pretty colors. Okay. So you can see puppy hair. And it's a bulky, they call it a bulky 5, but it's a roving. I've gone down as thin as a 2. But it's lovely yarn to work with. It's got a lot of stretch in it. So I actually just tore out. I actually had one of the sleeves done. I tried it on, and I didn't like how it fit. It was too snug here. So I'm adjusting the pattern. I'm adding some more. Got the neck done and all that. I'm adding more rounds, okay, to this. Now, Lord, I gotta sit here and pick up because I was on the couch working on this, and I get dog hair from the girls. It's just, when I send something out, I go through it and make sure I try to get all the dog hair, but one or two pieces get by me. So one thing I forgot to do on this was I forgot to put a stitch marker in my loop so I don't lose my stitches, because it's not as bad as knitting, but your stitches will still fall out in crochet. So put a stitch marker on my last stitch. You just work this around. It's a 2-round repeat. It is so easy, and it's very mindless, but as you can see, this has got a lot of stretch to it, because when you're done, okay, that's the back, and that's the center. Okay, there's the center of my poncho. That's the center. Okay. What you do is you go down here. You're going to count back. Now, if you do more rows, as she says in the pattern, you're going to have to adjust where you mark your stitches to make the sleeve. And that's the thing I liked about this, was the fact that it had sleeves. It just intrigued me. Now, I'm going to make a little bit higher of a cuff because you guys all know that I like my high French cuffs. But this is, so I want, this is something I can wear like on a cool evening, you know, or when I'm playing poker and they have the air conditioning on and I'm freezing to death. But that's where I had the sleeve done. I tried it on. I didn't like how it fit. It felt snug here. So I thought I'll add some more rounds. Even if it's a little big, I don't mind that. It's when something isn't comfortable. Frog time. So that's where I'm at. And it's just a front post, back post, ribbing, and a row of single crochet is the neck. So we will put a progress keeper on this one. As soon as I find out where I'm at. Okay, we're right here. Okay, so we will put progress keeper on it. How about we go with one of the ones I made? The little peach. The glass peach I made. And I've been looking for more of these charms. I haven't been able to find them. I like to make some more of these because this was a popular one. Because I put, on a lot of them, I put a green leaf with the peach. We'll put this right here. Okay, there's the progress keeper. And we'll see how far I get the next time I shade this, which will probably be my next, once I come back from I do my 5, then I'm off for 2. Then I come back and I'm off for 5. But my next 2 days off, we will do another update on the WIPs and finished objects to see what I got accomplished during the week at work. Yes, I know. I'm messing with Obi again. So that's done. I'll put the yarn back in here. But it's lovely yarn to work with. And I'm trying to work through my stash. I really am. One more project to show you that I have been working on. And I can't put a progress keeper in it because this thing's done in pieces. This is, there we go. This is the dragon that I'm working on, which is in a gazillion pieces. Yes, there goes Obi again. Oh my god, really got to quit talking with my hands. I really got to quit talking with my hands. So the parts that I have done are in here, and I have them labeled because you make 2 of this, 2 of that. And these are the parts that I have done. Now, this is the body. I have and there's umpteen ends because this all has to be sewed together. I'm doing the laying down dragon with the phoenix wings. And this is the body. Okay. Then there's his head and his eyes. And his little nostrils. Little nostrils. Then I started doing the legs. The legs are in 2 pieces. You can see here. Okay, so these 2 here are the lower front leg laying down. Okay. And I have stone gems, one of the stones in there to help with it being able to lay flat. But that's the lower part of the front leg. Then you do, let me get this straight here because I've got so many pieces. This is the upper front leg. Okay. This is the upper front leg. I don't know how they get attached yet. So these 2 pieces make up, I think what it is it's like this. Because the way she shapes it makes it look like head muscles. But there's 4 pieces to the 2 front legs. And then I started doing the rear legs. This here is the upper rear leg laying down. Okay, I only got one. I've got to do another one. And then I try, and this is the lower rear leg laying down. This is the lower part of it. This is the upper part of it. So it's like this, okay? And in these there are stones. I did that also. When it's laying, it'll lay flat and won't roll. This pattern is, let me tell you, it is a lot of work, and it's hard on the hands, and it's from the book Mythical Creatures by Megan Lapp. As you know, I've showed you the Krakens I've done. This dragon was on my list, and will I make more? Absolutely, I will make more, but amigurumi for me is a very slow process because I cannot work with tight single crochets for too long. I mean, I do an hour and I'm done. But this is a gift for somebody, and I want to get it done so it goes with his Kraken that he already has. So that's all I have for now. Enough, huh? I've decided I had 2 blanket kits that I was going to do. Those 2 blanket kits are going to be one of 2 things. They're either going to go in for Potiversary prizes, or I'm going to put them in the next shop, my stash sale. Okay, I just don't find me having time to do them. I have got 2 other blanket patterns that kits that I'm doing, that I will be doing. One is a gift. The other one is a labor of love for me, both from Mary Maxim. And you know, my to-do list and one of list is like that long, you know, but time. Got plenty of yarn, but it's the time. Upcoming in this fall, I am going to be delving into brioche, courtesy of Lindsay Luchuk of Knitiko Chic. And I am also going to be doing the mosaic cardigan that Courtney, we talked about it. We had a video a few weeks ago that Courtney only talked about. That's another 2 of the projects I will be doing this fall. But other than that, it's whatever hits my fancy, you know, shiny object syndrome. So let's end this video. I'm sorry I rambled on so much, but I hadn't done a whips and foes video in a while, so I'm sorry it took so long. So remember, wherever you're at, you're staying safe, you're healthy, you're happy. Doing what it is that makes you happy. Hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make the world a better place each and every day. Be the light in somebody's dark day. Here's bye for now, again, from Deer Island. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Love you all. Thank you for your time and coming to visit.